Asked to Manjushri, what is the quick way to actualize Lamrim path? You see, so Manjushri answered, three things need to be done, three things are there. So collecting merits and purification first. So the kata, the usual things such as the purification, such as Vajrasabha, so that is not the Vajrasabha is not the only one. So this Maya Vajra, so the particular need come according with the Guru. So the Kasure, I mean, as I mentioned, they are most powerful is what Guru said to do and what Guru's wishes to do. That is the place of the Guru, as I mentioned, is the most powerful to purify negative karma, defilement. Because the obstacle for realization, realizing path to enlightenment. So the Kazude, with the compassion, with the sincere heart, with the compassion, doing heart work for sentient beings, like with the Sabbath, doing heart work for sentient beings. And those, and then for Sangha or the Kazure, doing heart work for the Sangha, and those the sincere mind, with the devotional sincere mind, those are powerful, the most powerful. As I mentioned, the foreign Guru's wishes, advice, and pleasing the Guru's my as I mentioned already last other night. So like that, of course, you see, of course, Vajrasabha is known in all the four sectors, were common, yes. But you don't have to, think only about Vajrasabha. Oh, I need 3 months to do Vajrasabha. You condition only in that. No. There's so many ways to be right. Yeah? You see, I told an example, old stories, all Kasuri the other night. You see, that can change a minute in your life. So you see. So whole thing changes. Lower brother, the higher brother, you see. So so then the collecting merit. Then you see again something. Yeah, there's a mandala offering. That's very common in all of us. Mandala offerings. Yeah, so the clear the meditation. Yes, but goes again the fulfilling Guru's wishes and then the pleasing Guru. That's again collect the highest merit. And that's that you see. Not similar. That's I meant purification. Like that you see. So then the Khazar the occurring is see, even sutra, even without practicing tantra, you need to collect the merit for 3 countless great eons. 3 countless great eons you have to collect merit. Then you can achieve enlightenment by practicing only sutra, minor sutra. But you see, but this about talk to mu, then always crying one, you see. He saw numberless Buddhas. He achieved part of merit, part of preparation, part of preparation, the writing part of merit, part of normal learning. So the performance part of enlightenment. So the part of merit, the small, middle, and great, so he achieved that. This is numberless Buddhas. But you see, but he was not satisfied. He wanted to see the guru that he met, that he had contacted past lives. He wanted to see that. He was not satisfied with but even though he was able to see many of the Buddhas. So the Lama Chopa, the Lama Chopa is, I think, sounds like achieved maybe Arya path. Wisdom directly perceiving emptiness. So that he could not see, he was in retreat, so he kept clean around the temple where his guru was, and the retreat, those years he had been cleaning around the temple, and then he asked to give teaching. But teachings, then outside he performed thrones, and there's no due to Maras, you see the Maras blessed was how to say Maras made the water dry, so there's no water sprinkle of the dust. So then he produced bird from his body. He sprinkled over the ground, so dust doesn't rise. When the people come to listen to teachings, so forth. Also, there's mentioned. He used as skin as paper, and then with bone to write part of the paper, the treat, something like that. Anyway, how you were so dedicated, so sacrificed himself to following his guru, that contact from past. So therefore, unbelievable dedicated to his guru. So that's even though sutra you achieving enlightenment, you need to collect merit of 300 eons, but it will only I think maybe 300 grams, maybe one kind of eon. I think it's just finished, but within 7 years. That much merit to collect within 7 years, which takes 300 grams. But for him, it's finished within 7 years, so that become quick part of enlightenment, even sutra part. So like that, you see. So the next one is one pointed little question guru. The devotional mind. Looking at the guru, the quotations and looking at Buddha from the outer mind. Looking at Buddha, then sing Buddha. Then what was that one pointedly making request? Like that, you see, through the blessing. Through the blessing in your heart. Then you see, as like flowers planted in the ground, then you put water, then grows, then plants sprout comes out. Then one point requesting with the devotional mind, then you receive realizations within from your mind, the path to enlightenment. So the next one is, you see, actual body, actual body. The meditation, the mantra in the body is the mantra and the path to enlightenment. So all like that. So it's three. That Manjushri gave advice like this. So therefore, you see, So because of that, all they say Lama Chopa that we have been drawing, all that is, we say, all the content, all that. Contents, all that, you see. But in the West, you say, I want to meditate, cross eyes and hand, for hours. I mean, every day, but nothing, no collecting, no purification, nothing, so you do this for whole life, and then I don't know where you reach, but, so also depends on understanding, correct, that's correct. Well, I mean, I don't know what you meant, but anyway, so that's impossible. So like that, you see. So to actualize correct path to enlightenment. The path. If you want to achieve enlightenment, if that's what you want, or to be some sort of enlightenment, that you see what you need is all the correct understanding, the correct teachings you need to receive them. Then for to do that one, then you need purify defilements and the karma. Then you need to collect so much merits. You need all these things. So therefore, Lama Chopa is to contain all that. Lama Chopa the content all that, and this is the highest tantra practice. Therefore, Kriya tantra, Chaya tantra, Anudara, Manadara tantra. This is the minor tantra. All the Khatsuri composed by Pension of the church and then, but you see, he checked all the what Sarahat, not Buddha, sorry, Telaba narrow, because ultimately to enlightenment. And then they see the Guru got the Khatwari, and then Mapamila, Sobo, and Tabu, Akabova, and the Sobo, the Nekazore. Yeah, then Kaina. Also then there's Sajja, I don't remember the first one, but first one, so there are between the number the five, then the last one such a pandit and all what the guru, what the practice, what the method to achieve enlightenment, and then such a Gajuning, all those great lamas in the past, achieving enlightenment, achieving enlightenment also in this life, Mapam. The Millerba, the Jawa in South Chicago, so many who achieved enlightenment in one lifetime. Then he checked all those great Guru Yogas, what they mathematics, what real energy, real, what mathematics, all the Guru Yogas, all the what they practice, he checked. Then Lama Tsongkhapa, all the things, then he put the Lama Chopa. He integrated in the Lama Chopa. Then he practiced. Then this. Now so many beings say, so many beings say achieving enlightenment in one life. So that in the intermediate other lives, then this is what this is practicing. This is not Coca-Cola. This is not. Karsa, this is not Coca-Cola, this is not Karsa, sorry to say. So at the end, not sorry, Karsa, no. So this so that Guru, we're practicing. Wow, this, we're practicing this. Or even just to hear words is so meaningful to our minds. Even just able to hear the words. You understand? Like that. See, have to. I mentioned many times how you are fortunate. You understand? But I guess all this want to have some ideas. But of course, the nuance is all course hard to understand. Yes. But I'm so altogether, but it's very new now talking about that. meditation just your mind is so committed, so you want to rest, you want to relax your mind. Not just for that, not only for that. No, you can relax the mind by doing anything. I mean, not necessarily positive, not necessarily virtue, not necessarily virtue. For example, you see, in the heavy stone, you move, you carry something heavy, then you rest. Oh, then you see, you feel much relaxation. So you rest. You take the rest. You see, like that, for example. So that none is virtue. You see, like that. Anyway, so more than that. Of course, the details. So this, what I've been explaining, is the basis of Lama Chopa. You understand? Why you need to practice Lama Chopa? All this is the basis of what I've been explaining. You understand? That. So the yes, that much. So the of course, the details to understand. You see, need to understand Lamrim, the basis. Then Lama Chopa, Lama is highest tantra, and the tantra. So so you need to understand the commentaries. Or that is you need to see the highest tantra initiation to be able to hear real purpose, the ultimate purpose, and the highest tantra, which is the highest tantra. You need to receive the highest tantra initiation. So that you see. Sorry. Oh, okay. That. Yeah, I think at the moment that much. The other time it's in the lecture came. There's something can be mentioned later. So that's thank you very much. Yeah, go on.
Page 121, verse 38, 第38记，忏悔之。